Welcome to the ArmaniTalks podcast. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this podcast, I'm helping you level up your 5 soft skills: public speaking, storytelling, social dynamics, emotional intelligence, and creativity. 5 soft skills for you to change your life forever, skyrocket your confidence along the way. In today's episode, we're entering the world of public speaking along with storytelling, and I'm going to be teaching you how to introspect way better than you've been introspecting thus far. As a matter of fact, I'll just say it. You haven't been introspecting, you've been dwelling. Dwelling is when you look at your past and you come back to the present moment with regrets, sorrow, and despair. Introspecting is when you look at your past and you come back with enthusiasm, wisdom, and lessons. See, the reason that a lot of people are dwelling rather than introspecting is because they're asking why questions before what questions. Let's say you had a very traumatic thing happen to you in your past. Let's say you're a brown person and someone in your past called you a terrorist. And this hurt your feelings. You didn't feel good about that. And let's say the first thing you ask is, well, why did this happen to me? Now, is this a bad question? No. But is this an optimal question? No. Because when you think about it, when you ask, why did this happen to me? Automatically, you're focusing more on the environment. You're probably focusing a lot on the person that called you that name instead of thinking about, what can I learn from this moment? When you shift it and you ask what happens is that now you first ground yourself in this experience, not another individual. And you try answering that question. You're like, what can I learn from this moment? Well, first of all, I can learn that words hurt. So I should be a little bit more mindful of my words and make sure that I'm not calling someone else a terrorist or any form of racist remarks at that. One lesson learned. Another thing is, it sort of stung at first, but it didn't really harm me like that. It's not like a tiger is chasing me or anything like that. So now I'm over here distinguishing between a physical danger and emotional pain. This builds emotional maturity. What else can I learn? I can also learn that life moves on. I get to choose my thoughts. I could call this person a mean name back, or I could just go about my day. By grounding myself in the what first, now I can ask, why did this happen to me? But at this stage, the why question is just superfluous, which is a fancy word for saying it's not needed to even ask. Now, I'm not over here trying to bash why questions. A lot of the times, why questions are smart to ask, and it can extract a lot of wisdom. But today's episode is to help you introspect correctly so you're not falling into that why trap. Why did this happen to me? Why do bad stuff always happen to me? Why me? Because that is not introspecting. That's dwelling. Now you're probably like, wait a minute, Armani. You said that today's episode was about public speaking and storytelling, and here you are talking about introspecting. Why? It's because public speaking and storytelling go hand in hand. Public speaking is your way to deliver your message, and storytelling is how you construct the message. With storytelling, how exactly are you constructing the message? Are you getting ideas from other people and just regurgitating it yourself? Or are you one of those rare speakers that are taking the time to realize that you have a lot of experiences and you just need to make sense out of it? You making sense out of your own experiences is exactly what introspecting is about. And the more that you introspect correctly by asking what questions before the why questions, the more storytelling material that you have, and the more that you want to give speeches now is because you have something worth saying. So the next time you're looking back in the past, make sure that you start off with the what questions first. The more that you ground yourself in the what, the more that you take accountability, you take control over your narrative, And once you extract the lessons from the what, you'll see if the why questions are even needed. Sometimes it will be needed. Other times, it'll just be superfluous. So thank you very much for joining today's episode. And if you want to learn more about public speaking and storytelling, I'm going to drop some links in the description box on my book for public speaking, which is known as Speaking Wizard, and my book on storytelling, which is known as The Art and Science of Storytelling. Check out the links in the description box to grab a copy, or go on ArmaniTalks.com and grab your copy today. Thank you very much for joining the Armani Talks podcast, and I'll catch you next time.